So we have a new whipping boy with the Boston Bruins. It's an old friend, Jake DeBrusk. Now, I know he hasn't been great this season. He has struggled. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes his effort makes you very frustrated. And another, I would say, low moment for him was in overtime. Now, I'm going to evaluate the overtime. Let's just let the plays run, because the Bruins had some good chances here. Pastrnak, top of the circle, cutting from his left to his right. This is where you want him. Good shot, good save by Fleury. You can't really be mad at that. So that's a strong start. That's exactly what you want to see. Pastrnak in that situation, 10 out of 10 times, I want him rifling that shot. He's got one of the best shots in the NHL. Good decision. Here in overtime, though, I mean, we want to complain about DeBrusk. But there's a couple moments I also want to point out here. The Minnesota Wild almost did the same thing. They tried a cross-crease pass, missed it. Zacha has Pastrnak gone, but it's just out of his reach, and nothing comes from this play. Marc-Andre Fleury smart, comes out of the net and plays it around. Now, a little bit later here in the overtime period, it all happens really quick, and this is why I want to point it out. Brad Marchand, who puck management this season is a little bit suspect, but this is not a terrible idea. Toe drag or try to go right between the legs, loses the puck. Now, he should realize that with the pressure he has a Minnesota Wild player, I believe that's Boldy. He's a little foggy for me here. Yeah, Boldy. Okay, you need to get that low. But we'd like to blame DeBrusk, but this right here could have been ugly for the Bruins. Extremely ugly. Kind of fast forwarding so I can avoid a little bit of copyright. Breakaway, overtime, big stop by Ullmark, came up huge. This is the play where everyone's crucifying DeBrusk. I was listening to 98.5 while I was driving around today. I mean, Felger, I think he had an aneurysm about Jake DeBrusk missing this shot. And it wasn't great, but I'm not mad at him for shooting it at this area. Now, I don't know where he's shooting. Like, that's... I mean, if you can barely see it, the puck is way, way wide. He wasn't a close miss, way wide. He's got to hit the net. Now, one thing I could argue I don't like is the long, slow turn. You should be hustling back. But that terrible miss, now we got ourselves on a 3-on-1 situation. Not good for the Bruins here. Especially when you have Kaprizov opening up, getting ready for a one-timer. Ullmark played spectacular in this game. Him in that situation, like Kaprizov in that situation, is going to score pretty much all the time. That's unfortunate because Ullmark, yeah, not the same amount of shots that Fleury had against him. Played great in this game. So for the rest of this breakdown, I'd be doing this on Patreon because I've already had issues uploading this due to copyright reasons. So if you want to see the rest of this breakdown of the whole third period and the debacle of the Boston Bruins lighting up a late lead, check out on Patreon.